There are no coincidences in life. If you have been led to this message today, it is because your soul is calling for change. The crescent moon and the letter M on your palm are not random markings. They are signs of a divine calling, an invitation to step into a higher realm of existence. But with great spiritual power comes great responsibility. You cannot carry the burdens of the past and expect to rise. You cannot hold on to what is dragging you down and expect to ascend. Padre Pio once said, "The soul that is united with God must undergo purification, for only through trials and sacrifice does one grow closer to the divine." This is the truth for those who bear the sacred signs on their palms. If you wish to raise your vibration, if you wish to amplify your divine energy, you must be willing to let go. There are things in your life right now that are poisoning your spirit, weakening your connection to the higher realms, and keeping you trapped in the illusions of this world. In this teaching, you will discover the chains that have bound you, the distractions that have stolen your focus, and the toxic influences that have dimmed your light. This is not just information, it is a sacred warning. Those who ignore it will remain stagnant, their power untapped, their destiny unfulfilled. But for those who are ready to break free, to step into their divine calling, and to elevate their soul's frequency, the path will be revealed. Watch closely. Listen carefully. This is your moment of awakening. If you have the crescent moon and the letter M, you were not meant to live in darkness. You were meant to shine. Now is the time to release, to rise, and to step into your highest vibration. Many people live their entire lives unaware of the forces that control them. They walk through the world with their eyes open, yet they see nothing. If you bear the crescent moon and the letter M, you were never meant to be blind. But the first step to raising your vibration is to recognize the chains that hold you back. These chains are not made of iron, but of habits, beliefs, and attachments that poison the soul. Padre Pio often spoke of spiritual warfare, of the silent battles that rage within us. He knew that the greatest dangers are not those we see, but those that creep into our hearts unnoticed. Many who carry the sacred markings on their palms are weighed down by doubt, fear, and regret. They hold on to past mistakes, refusing to forgive themselves. They allow negativity to fill their thoughts, dragging them into a state of low energy. You must understand this. The universe does not reward those who cling to the past. Your soul cannot rise if it is shackled by regret. The longer you carry these burdens, the further you drift from your divine purpose. The weight of the unseen chains is real, but so is the power to break free. If you wish to raise your vibration by 10x, you must be willing to release everything that no longer serves you. The first step to ascension is surrender. Let go, and watch how your energy transforms. There are forces in this world that seek to drain your energy, to dim your light before it can shine. These forces are subtle, appearing as harmless distractions or comforting illusions. But Padre Pio warned that the greatest dangers are the ones we do not recognize. If you have the crescent moon and the letter M, you must be especially vigilant. Your soul is powerful, and for that reason, it will be tested. One of the most destructive habits that lowers your vibration is surrounding yourself with negative energy. Toxic relationships, draining environments, and constant exposure to fear-based media act as silent killers, weakening your connection to the divine. Every interaction leaves an imprint on your energy field. If you allow yourself to be surrounded by darkness, your light will fade. Another major energy drain is self-doubt. The chosen ones often struggle with feelings of unworthiness. They question their abilities, hesitate in their purpose, and delay their calling. This is a trap. The moment you believe you are not enough, you surrender your power to forces that do not have your best interests at heart. You must reclaim your confidence, for self-doubt is the poison that keeps the chosen ones from rising. Your energy is sacred. You cannot afford to waste it on people, habits, or thoughts that weaken you. The time has come to be ruthless in protecting your vibration. If something does not uplift you, it has no place in your life. Padre Pio often spoke of the illusion of time. He understood that most people live as if they have forever, delaying their purpose and wasting their days on meaningless pursuits. But if you bear the crescent moon and the letter M, You cannot afford to fall into this trap. Your time is limited. Your mission is urgent. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to raise your vibration. Distraction is the enemy of the chosen ones. Every moment spent in meaningless entertainment, every hour wasted on gossip or trivial matters, is energy stolen from your true purpose. Social media, mindless consumption, and the constant need for validation are all tools designed to keep you disconnected from your higher self. If you wish to raise your vibration by 10x, you must reclaim your focus. The secret to spiritual elevation lies in intention. Every action you take should bring you closer to your divine purpose. Every thought should be aligned with the frequency you wish to embody. The chosen ones do not have the luxury of distraction. Your path is sacred. Stay focused, and you will witness the transformation of your energy. There are invisible chains that keep people with the crescent moon and the letter M trapped in lower vibrations. These chains are not made of metal, but of thoughts, habits, and influences that weigh heavily on the soul. Padre Pio warned that those chosen for spiritual greatness would face many distractions designed to weaken their faith and dilute their power. If you are marked with these sacred symbols, you must be vigilant. You must recognize what is holding you back and make the difficult decision to walk away. One of the most powerful chains is the attachment to past mistakes and regrets. The mind is a battlefield where demons of the past whisper lies, convincing you that you are unworthy of growth. This is a deception meant to weaken your spirit. Padre Pio taught that true freedom comes when you release guilt and embrace divine forgiveness. Holding on to past failures lowers your vibration and prevents you from stepping into your true calling. Let go of what was, so you can embrace what is to come. Another chain that must be broken is the influence of negative people. Those with the crescent moon and letter M attract both light and darkness. There will always be those who seek to drain your energy, belittle your dreams, and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. These people act as spiritual parasites, feeding off your light while keeping you from shining at full strength. If you wish to raise your vibration by 10x, you must have the courage to walk away from anyone who does not support your divine path. Lastly, the most deceptive chain is fear. Fear keeps you from stepping into the unknown, from embracing change, from trusting the divine process. Padre Pio often said that fear is a tool used by the lower forces to keep powerful souls in bondage. The moment you recognize fear for what it is, a mere illusion, you begin to dissolve its power over you. Faith and fear cannot exist together. Choose faith, and you will see your vibration begin to rise instantly. Padre Pio warned that those marked with the crescent moon and the letter M must be extremely cautious of their attachments to the material world. These attachments act as heavy weights, pulling down their vibration and preventing them from fulfilling their divine purpose. Many people do not realize how deeply entangled they are in the illusions of the physical realm. The moment you prioritize material success over spiritual growth, you begin to drift away from your true path. Money, possessions, and status are not inherently evil, but when they become the center of your existence, they turn into traps. Those with spiritual gifts are often tested through their relationship with wealth. Will they use it as a tool for good, or will they allow it to corrupt their soul? Padre Pio saw many powerful souls fall because they valued gold more than wisdom, comfort more than discipline, and vanity more than humility. If you wish to raise your vibration by 10x, you must detach yourself from the need for excessive materialism and focus on what truly matters. Another dangerous attachment is the obsession with the opinions of others. People with the crescent moon and letter M often feel the burden of being misunderstood. They stand out, they see beyond the ordinary, and they sense energies that others cannot. Because of this, they are frequently criticized, doubted, or even ridiculed. The moment you allow the fear of judgment to dictate your choices, you lose a piece of your divine power. Padre Pio taught that true spiritual warriors do not seek approval from the world. They follow the calling of their soul, no matter the cost. The final attachment that must be broken is the addiction to comfort. Growth requires discomfort. Transformation demands sacrifice. If you want to elevate your vibration, you must be willing to leave behind familiar routines, toxic relationships, and self-sabotaging behaviors. Many are called, but few are willing to endure the fire of change. The question is, are you ready to step into the unknown and embrace the power that is waiting for you? Padre Pio often spoke about the unseen forces that shape our destiny. He understood that emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are energies that shape reality. For those with the crescent moon and the letter M on their hands, emotions are even more powerful. What they think, they manifest. What they feel, they attract. And yet, many remain trapped in low vibrational states, unaware that they are poisoning their own spirit. Anger is one of the greatest enemies of a high vibration. It burns like wildfire, destroying peace and clarity. Many chosen ones carry deep wounds from betrayal, injustice, and rejection. Their anger feels justified, but in reality, it is a chain that binds them to the past. Padre Pio warned that resentment is a silent destroyer. It blocks spiritual vision, weakens intuition, and invites negative energies. If you hold on to anger, you cannot rise. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you. It is the key that unlocks the doors to your highest potential. Fear is another great enemy. It is a thief that steals opportunity, growth, and divine connection. Many chosen ones live in fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of stepping into their full power. But fear is an illusion, a shadow with no substance. Padre Pio taught that faith and fear cannot exist in the same heart. If you truly believe that you are guided, protected, and destined for greatness, then fear has no place in your mind. Let it go, and watch how quickly your vibration rises. The last poison is self-doubt. Chosen ones often struggle with feelings of unworthiness. They wonder if they are truly meant for something greater, or if it is all in their imagination. But Padre Pio knew the truth. Those who carry the crescent moon and letter M were chosen before they were born. Their purpose is written in the stars. Doubting yourself is doubting the divine plan. You must trust your path, trust your gifts, and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Only then will you unlock the full power of your destiny. Padre Pio often warned that material possessions, while necessary, can become the very chains that imprison the soul. Many chosen ones are weighed down by the desire for wealth, status, and physical comfort, forgetting that these things are temporary. The crescent moon and the letter M in your palm signify a higher calling, a path that demands detachment from worldly distractions. Those who cling too tightly to material wealth risk lowering their vibration and losing sight of their true purpose. Money itself is not evil, but obsession with it can corrupt the soul. Padre Pio saw how people would sacrifice their peace, their health, and even their faith in pursuit of riches that would one day turn to dust. Those who are marked with divine signs must remember, abundance flows naturally to those who align with their higher self. But when material desires become more important than spiritual growth, the energy shifts. Instead of attracting wealth effortlessly, one begins to struggle, constantly chasing what can never satisfy the soul. Possessions can also become spiritual weights. The more you own, the more you must protect, manage, and fear losing. This attachment creates anxiety, making it impossible to focus on inner growth. Those who carry the crescent moon and letter M must learn to travel light, both physically and spiritually. True wealth is not in what you own, but in what you give, in the love you spread, and in the wisdom you cultivate. When you free yourself from the chains of attachment, you allow your vibration to rise, attracting exactly what you need without struggle. Padre Pio's teachings remind us that we come into this world with nothing, and we leave with nothing but the impact we made. The chosen ones must learn the sacred balance, using material resources wisely without becoming enslaved by them. Let go of greed, release the fear of lack, and trust that divine provision will always find you. When your energy is pure, abundance follows naturally. Padre Pio often spoke of the silent enemies that drain a person's soul, not spirits, but the people who carry destructive energy. If you have the crescent moon and letter M on your palm, you must be especially cautious of the company you keep. Your spiritual frequency is highly sensitive, meaning the wrong people can pull you into their chaos, distorting your path and blocking your blessings. Toxic relationships, whether in the form of friendships, family, or romantic connections, can be one of the biggest barriers to raising your vibration. These individuals may not even intend harm, but their constant negativity, doubt, and self-destructive habits act like chains wrapped around your spirit. Padre Pio warned that those destined for higher callings must be willing to detach from relationships that no longer serve their growth. Even if they once felt familiar, comforting, or even necessary, they may now be the very forces holding you back. Many chosen ones struggle with guilt when walking away from people who have been in their lives for years. But understand this, not everyone is meant to follow you to the next level of your spiritual evolution. Some relationships exist only to teach a lesson, and once the lesson is learned, holding onto them becomes a form of self-sabotage. If someone constantly drains your energy, makes you doubt yourself, or entangles you in unnecessary drama, they are an anchor preventing your ascension. Padre Pio taught that love must be pure, uplifting, and in alignment with divine purpose. If a relationship pulls you into negativity, then it is not love, it is attachment. Letting go of harmful connections does not mean you lack compassion. It means you value your energy and mission too much to let it be wasted. The moment you release what no longer serves you, you create space for new, powerful connections that will support your journey to enlightenment. Padre Pio's wisdom was never meant to instill fear, but to awaken souls to the urgency of their divine mission. If you bear the crescent moon and letter M on your palm, you are among the chosen, and with that comes great responsibility. The path to raising your vibration tenfold is not a gentle stroll. It is a sacred transformation that demands sacrifice, discipline, and an unshakable commitment to your higher calling. Many who embark on this journey will feel resistance. The mind will cling to old habits, the heart will mourn familiar attachments, and the ego will whisper doubts. But understand this. Staying in your current state will only breed stagnation, while releasing what no longer serves you will open doors to unimaginable blessings. The universe rewards those who are willing to step into their power, to let go of distractions, and to embrace their destiny without hesitation. Padre Pio often spoke of spiritual purification, comparing it to gold being refined by fire. To raise your vibration, you must be willing to endure this refining process. It will challenge you, test your strength, and demand your unwavering faith. But once you emerge, you will no longer be bound by earthly limitations. You will radiate with a force so powerful that no darkness can withstand it. Your energy will become a beacon, drawing miracles, wisdom, and divine alignment into your life. Now, the choice is yours. Will you hold on to the patterns that keep you trapped in a lower vibration, or will you take the leap toward transformation? If you are ready, the path is before you. Walk it with courage, with faith, and with the knowing that you were chosen for something greater. The time to act is now. Embrace your divine power and step into the extraordinary life that awaits you.